Buying a house or an office is a dream for many of us. Investment in property usually involves involvement of huge funds and therefore involves huge risk as well. Friends, my name is Abhishek Aneja, and in this video I have made a small list of 5 points that you must consider if you are making any investment in real estate in India. The first important point that you must see is that the seller has in his possession the original title deeds of the property as well as the possession of the property. The seller cannot transfer the title better than he himself has. So you must see that the seller has in his possession the original title deeds of the property as well as the possession of the property. It is very important to ensure that you are dealing with the right person, and you should be aware of that who else is having any interest in that property. You must check with the seller that whether he has taken whether there is any loan outstanding against the property, or whether the property is in any dispute or in any court case. The second most important point to check is the complete chain of the property exists and is available with the seller. So you must obtain the complete list of all the papers, all of the property from the seller. So you must see how the property came to the present owners from their first owners. It is very important because if you do not have the complete chain of the property, then banks may also refuse giving you loans on the property, and you may even find it very problemsome to sell the property at a later stage. So it is advisable to take the help of any lawyer who is dealing with the local land laws in that particular areas. The third most important point that you should consider is the deduction of tax on the sale value of the property. If you are buying the property from a person who is resident in India, and the sale value or the stamp duty value of the property exceeds rupees 50 lakh, then you have to deduct TDS at the rate of 1%. But if you are buying this property from any person who is considered as a non-resident or NRI in the income tax laws, then you have to deduct the TDS at a higher rate, which is more than 20% of the sale value of the property. So you must take the assistance of a tax advisor in this connection if you have any doubts related to the residential status of the seller, and to calculate the correct rate of TDS. The fourth important point that is you should consider before buying the property is that if you get it registered in the name of your mother or your wife jointly with you, then it can save you some money as well. The state governments usually charge lower stamp duty in case the property is registered in the name of a female, or if she is a joint or co-owner in that property. But again, you should before taking this step, you need to take the advice of your tax consultant. Otherwise, you may end up in any other tax or legal issues at a later stage. The fifth and one of the most important points that is affecting the properties at this point of time is the application of Benami Transactions Prohibition Act. So Benami Property Act was amended in the year 2016, and it applies to the real estate sector as well. Benami Transactions Prohibition Act usually applies to those property where the payment is made by the one person and the property is registered in the name of other person. So if you are buying a property that is considered as Benami property at a later stage, then you may end up losing your hard-earned money, and you will not be able to avoid future litigation with the income tax department. So you must consider the implications of Benami law while purchasing the property from the seller, as well as at the time of making the payments to the seller. So if you have liked this video, then share it with your friends and leave your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.